everyone. Thanks for visiting Happy Family Camper Hacks. We just got back from Jellystone Luray. Man, what a trip we had. So many fun things for kids to do here. It's unbelievable. A lot of things like the arcade and the restaurant here were all closed because it's the beginning of the season and probably a little bit of COVID, as well as the water park you can see in the background also closed. But we still had a really good time at this park. There's so much for the kids to do, and the views are just stunning. Not to mention there are lots of fun places to visit, which we'll get into a little bit later. But really, so many options. See all these beautiful cabins here. These are pull-through sites right in front of it. And we're going to go up around the corner, which are going to be the mountain view sites, and that's where we stayed. And we just couldn't have loved the view anymore. And kind of the way the sites are laid out, people weren't too close together. It really felt like you had your own individual space up here. But man, isn't this view gorgeous? We were right parked in front of this grassy area. So there's a playground, which you'll see in a second, then there's the grassy field, and then at the very bottom of the field is this amazing playground that has a jumping pad and a zip line. We'll show you that a little bit closer in just a minute. So here you can see basketball courts. They have something called Gaga Ball, which I do not know what that is, but people loved it. The bounce pads were lots of fun. We had to tear the kids off every night. They basically stay open until it's dark, which is bananas. But there's the zip line. Millie did it. Woody did it. We were even able to stay at the campsite and send the kids to the playground. They even have an awesome golf course, which we had a lot of fun playing. No one's really kind of tending to it right now, so we kind of had to make our own way, but that's okay. We still had a lot of fun. This was the first time the kids had ever played, so it was kind of harder for mom and dad, but we had fun. They also have a mining station. You can go in the store and buy some gemstones and put them in, and you can kind of like mine for gems, which is cool. So this is our site where we stayed. This is kind of the upper level. You can't really see that in the map. There's like an upper level and then a lower level. So these are, I think, like red carpet patio sites. And it was kind of right in front of a nice laundry station and what appeared to be a brand new bathroom facility. It was so nice. The only issue I would say we had is that it seemed like because it was the beginning of the season, they might have had some issues with staffing. It was like a holiday week. The place wasn't sold out, but it was busy. But the bathrooms weren't the cleanest I've ever seen, and we were a little disappointed to see that our site had a good amount of trash in it when we pulled in. But I will say we did get there right at 2 o'clock at check-in time, so that might have had something to do with it. Here in our extended version, I'm just going to play a few tunes and let you guys take a look at all the spots in the park. Now this really is a humongous park. We're going to do an extended video that's going to show you almost every single site at the campground, just so you have a better idea. This is kind of on the far side of the campground when you pull in. It's all the way to the right. Just so many cabins, you guys. I really couldn't believe how many options there were. And this one is close to another, these are close to another playground. There's also a higher up set of cabins that feel like you're in the woods. This is sort of an activity center that they had, but it was closed when we were there. This is the playground I mentioned, really nice playground. And they also have a volleyball court, but you have to bring your own volleyball or any sort of activities that you want to bring, but you're welcome to use the areas. But look, more cabins as far as the eye can see. And I will say, it did seem like the cabins were pretty fully booked. Maybe not 100%, but very close. So Luray has a ton to do outside of the facility. There's the Luray Caverns, which we went and saw. The kids were kind of like, whoa. But had a really good time. I was pretty impressed with it. It was a very long walk, so just be prepared for that. It was also a little bit cooler, so maybe bring a light coat, but man, so beautiful. I just wanted to touch all those rock formations, and you really are not allowed to. We also went up to kind of the Shenandoah National Forest. We ate at a wonderful, beautiful view restaurant, Pollock's. It's at the Big Meadows stop on Skyline Drive. I highly recommend it. We walked a little bit on the Appalachian Trail. We stopped at overlooks and took pictures. The views were stunning. We had just come from a state park, and so Jellystone was a little bit of a shock to us, but this kind of brought us back to nature, and I highly recommend getting off site, checking out the trails, checking out the views. There was just so much to do. And we're back at the park. It really is a beautiful place. I mean, in this water park, the kids would have given anything for it to have been open, and I'm sure it's a blast. Now, we really would recommend this park to anyone who has kids. If you don't have kids, I'm going to go ahead and say I don't recommend this park because it really is kid-focused, and there's just a lot for them to do. Now, it doesn't mean adults won't enjoy it, but it's just a little more fun for kids. We didn't get as much out of the park as they did. They loved every single minute.
Make sure you like